Hey guys, what is up? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far, and I am here with my predictions from the leaked screenshots and 2-minute preview of the upcoming episode Rocknaldo. So just keep in mind that if you want to remain completely spoiler-free for this episode, click off this video because I will be going over the 2-minute preview and the screenshots from the episode itself, so just be warned about that. But with that, let's get on with my predictions. So I'll start with the 2-minute preview of this episode. So it's Steven walking on the boardwalk of Beach City, and he's kind of just like, oh yeah, it's so great to be, back here, not in space anymore. And then he sees Ronaldo handing out pamphlets to protect themselves against the menace of Beach City, and no one's taking it. So of course, Steven, being a good guy, just is like, hey, I'll take one. And then he sees the little pamphlet, and it's how to protect yourself against rock people. And Steven's reading through it, and Ronaldo's accusing them of poisoning their water supply to create mind control over people, and then they also hate men. So that was pretty funny with the hate men part, because all gems are female, and also since fusion is basically a metaphor for relationships, they're just poking fun at crystal gems hating men. So that was pretty funny. But the interesting thing here is the poisoning the water supply to have mind control over people. Ronaldo's theories and predictions have been pretty close to what has actually happened in the show. So pretty much whenever Ronaldo says something, it kind of foreshadows what's to come in the show. Poisoning the water supply, the only thing that I could think of would be the zoo, and the diamonds poison the water supply, so that way the zoo inhabitants would listen to whatever the diamond said, or that little voice in the earring said. So that's the only thing that I could think of as of right now, unless something else comes up, in the show or in this episode even, to make me think, something else. So that'll be interesting. So definitely keep an eye out for that theory there. But Steven sees this, obviously gets very offended, runs up to Ronaldo. He's like, hey, what are you saying about rock people? It's offensive, they're called the crystal gems. And then Ronaldo's just like, oh no, rock people have gems and rocks embedded into their bodies. And then Steven shows his gem. He's like, no, they can summon weapons. And then Steven summons his shield. He's like, no, you're not getting it. They can change their bodies. They're shapeshifters. They can change their form. And then Steven has a little cat finger. And then Ronaldo finally realizes, he's like, oh wait, you're a rock person. And then that's where the 2-minute clip cuts off. So we'll take a look at these screenshots now, and the screenshots I'm pretty sure are out of order, at least some of them are, from the page that I got them from, and I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to check them out for yourselves. But the first one we have here is Ronaldo standing in Steven's house, and you can kind of see in the bottom right corner there, Steven's running into shot. I don't know if Ronaldo just kind of showed up at Steven's house, because now Ronaldo's wearing a Steven colored shirt basically. So maybe Ronaldo's trying to be like Steven. We just had the new crystal gems where it was Connie, Peridot, and Lapis trying to be like the crystal gems. So now I'm wondering if Ronaldo wants to learn more about the crystal gems, or rock people as he calls them. So he's trying to pretend to be Steven and trying to be like Steven. So that'll be interesting, because Steven kind of looks like he's running at Ronaldo to yell at him, or just hey, why are you in my house? So that's the first image. The second image is one that we saw from the 2-minute clip where Steven's showing Ronaldo his cat finger. And then the next picture is a video on Steven's phone with Amethyst. Looks like Amethyst holding the phone up along with Steven, of Ronaldo probably doing some sort of vlog on rock people. It looks like he's still wearing his regular shirt, I guess, because it looks too dark of a tone or shade to be Steven's, but I guess it's possible that it could be Steven's shirt that he's pretending to be Steven with, the same color. So there's that one, and then there's one of Ronaldo with a green katana with durian juice next to him, and Steven sitting on his bed kind of looking impressed with Ronaldo. So if you guys haven't seen, Ostrich Box of the Round Table put out a video talking about how this green katana could actually be part of the green handship that came to Beach City back in the Return and Jailbreak. So, I mean, that'd be pretty cool if Ronaldo figured out a way to, forge a sword basically out of that green handship. So, I mean, that could lead to the gems finding out how to make weapons if, the diamonds are really coming back to take humans to the zoo for Blue Diamond to make her feel better. This could be a huge, plot point basically in figuring out how to make weapons to defend themselves against more homeworld ships. And then we have Steven just kind of talking. I mean, honestly, he could be saying anything here. He's most likely talking to Ronaldo. But I mean, not much to go off of this, but just Steven talking. And then you get Ronaldo with a star taped over his shirt with Steven in his banana pajamas. And then you see that sword again. It looks like Ronaldo's dropped the sword because it looks like it's midway, falling mid-frame basically. Because the couch isn't there. The couch is further down. So he probably dropped his sword. And both of them are looking down at something. So that'll be interesting to see what they're looking at, unless there's just some awkward silence between them and they're just avoiding eye contact. But again, I mean, with the taped star over his shirt, it makes me wonder if he's trying to be like Steven, to get closer to the crystal gems to learn more about them. And then the next image, you have Steven looking angry. And like I said in my Storm in the Room review, it's been nice just to see Steven get angry and upset about stuff, because it's a side of Steven that we haven't really seen before. So it's great to see him have this emotion and actually get angry at people and have frustrations. So that's been great to see. And then the next image, it looks like this is probably within the same scene. And if so, this is probably a pretty long conversation between Steven and Ronaldo, because basically these images are kind of taken just randomly. They're basically just at timestamps, so it's just whatever happens to be at that particular timestamp, that's the screenshot that gets leaked out. So I mean, this could be a separate one, but I mean, with Steven looking angry, and then Ronaldo here, he just looks completely astonished at whatever is happening. So I mean, if Steven got mad at him, I could definitely see Ronaldo being astonished by that. And then Ronaldo still has that little taped star on his shirt. And then the last image we have here is just Ronaldo on the ground at night. And again, these images may be out of order, because we know from the previous image that Ronaldo's there at night in Steven's house. So I mean, this could be Ronaldo just passing out or falling asleep on Steven's floor. Not really that much to go off of. So I mean, this will definitely be an interesting episode. I know a lot of people don't really like Ronaldo that much. I don't mind him that much, because I find it interesting what he says, because based on previous episodes and what has happened in the show, Ronaldo's pretty on point with these theories about gems and homeworld and everything like that. So it'll be very interesting to see what he says here. I'm also curious if that sword, because back in Ocean Gem, we saw that giant sword basically at the bottom of the ocean, but when Lapis took the water away, you can see this giant sword sitting at the bottom of the ocean. So I'm wondering if maybe this sword that Ronaldo has now will reveal that. I don't think so, because it's kind of just I think a fun thing that they just kind of put in there, having a giant sword laying at the bottom of the ocean. But if that comes into play later, that'll be very interesting, and I'm wondering if maybe Ronaldo's sword will have some sort of connection to that. Probably not, but just an interesting thought, because that's the only other sword thing that's very mysterious that I could think about. I mean, Rose's sword, we know it's Rose's sword. We know it was made by Bismuth. It has its scabbard now. So I think the whole Rose's sword mystery is pretty much, finished at this point. But that's sort of in the middle of the ocean. That'll be interesting to see if they ever go back to that. But yeah, so let me know what you think about these leaks. Let me know your predictions for the video. Let me know if you're excited for Rocknaldo. I'm personally kind of excited for it because, like I said, usually Ronaldo is able to get pretty close to what is actually going to happen in the future of the show. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I would love to hear it. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Steven Universe related content. And until next time, guys, take care.